So this is my very first painting that I did when I was in, I think, sixth or seventh grade. Now, I painted roses from my mind. My family didn't have, my parents just didn't spend money on stuff like flowers and things like that. So this is what my memory told me that roses look like. I'll never forget this. My father bought me my very first art kit, and this was done in oils. Primitive, but I loved it so much. And here is a picture of me with my son at the ocean. Yes, I was young at one time, but we all get older and we can still love the things we used to love. So I'm going to take you into the studio. I have the light on above. Okay, so this is where I do my soul auras. And this is where my husband plays his electronic drums. That tapestry he purchased in Germany when he was in Germany for 4 years. And you can't put a price tag on that, which is why we hung it on the wall. But my husband has taken over the studio. He's got his computer stuff, he's got his technology, he's got his amplifier. I've got my own little corner with my own little chair and my mother on the wall over there. I love you, Mom. But he even took over my shelves, which is where I used to have my art stuff. And of course, we had to have some Indian things hanging up. This is a feathered fan that one of my very best friends who passed away gave me as a gift to fan Sage. And my husband got me this a long time ago. I love. That's one of my very first cards that I made because I actually saw this. I did this painting in watercolor from an actual photo that I took of one of my plants, and I blew it up and I couldn't believe what I saw. That's a little elf peeking out. Excuse my hand. I tried on some eyeliner on my hand last night. And this is my son's stipple, which I kept because I love it. All of my kids, all 4 of my kids are artistic, very artistic. And this is a picture that my daughter did when I was art teacher, and I did this with the whole school. I taught a watercolor class to all of my students, kindergarten through 8th grade, and yes, kindergarten students did this. We used masking tape. It was a great, great project, and they all gave these to their parents for Christmas as a gift from me and all of them. And I was told that it was too hard for kindergarten students to do. And I said, if you lower the bar, the children will lower to it. If you raise the bar, the children will rise to it. I've always been a firm believer in that. You raise the bar. Otherwise, kids get bored. They especially today, they know too much with all the technology that we have. And I just thought I would read this to you. My sister gave me this. It's by George Bernard Shaw. It's called Splendid Torch. Actually, let me put it down. You can read it with me. This is the true joy in life, that being used for a purpose, recognized by yourself as a mighty one, that being a force of nature instead of a feverish, selfish, little clod of ailments and grievances, complaining that the world will not devote itself to making you happy. I am of the opinion that my life belongs to the whole community, and as long as I live, it is my privilege to do for it whatever I can. I want to be thoroughly used up when I die, for the harder I work, the more I live. I rejoice in life for its own sake. Life is no brief candle to me. It's a sort of splendid torch, which I've got to hold up for the moment, and I want to make it burn as brightly as possible before handing it on to future generations. George Bernard Shaw. One of my favorites is George Bernard Shaw. But I'm going to swing you around because I want to show you. Let me move over here. I moved the curtains so we could get daylight. This is the self-portrait that I did in 1977 when I was in high school. Everybody else's self-portrait looked like them. This was mine. It was totally avant-garde, very modern, meaning in all of it. But notice the colors all around the bust of the head. So my art teacher came up to me and said, "What do those colors mean?" And I said, "I don't know. That's just how I see. I don't know what they mean." I did not know what an aura was back then. Little did I know, fast forward to about 7 years ago, I had an aura photography picture taken, and those colors showed up in my photograph on camera. So I was seeing my own aura. Now let's go through the colors. And it's really interesting because when I see a person's aura, it looks just like that. The colors are all muted together. They're swirling. They're not in a line. But in order to read the colors, that's how I paint them when I do a soul aura. So we've got blue. Blue is the color for communication. And if you notice, it's straight across by my throat chakra. I talk a lot. I don't talk as much as I used to, but I've always been a chatterbox, and I always have had the need to communicate my feelings to people because growing up, I felt very misunderstood. Creative people tend to feel misunderstood. And that is why art is so important. If you look over here, there's some pink coming in. Pink is the love color. And it's coming into the left side. When you flip, your head, when you're looking from the back, that's the left side. So love is coming in. I'm hearing in 1977 that I needed to love more. Okay, didn't make that connection. The blue and the white together morph into a seafoam green, which is the color of wisdom. It's the color of a sage. Okay, hence the name sage green. And then we have some yellow and we have some more green as you go down to the body, which is for grounding. It's the color of nature. It's the color of earth. It's the color of the planet. It's the color of needing to be in nature. And all of these things are so very true about me. So very true. I never really noticed the upside down heart right here. Okay? Somebody that had passed on, could have been my angel, was present with me. But I never, ever noticed that until now. And that's the honest to God's truth. We've got the 3 triangles. Okay, my mother always used to say things come in 3s. And that's where I put my mouth, my nose, and the 3 eyes. Now we have a clear eye, we have a bloodshot, somewhat bloodshot eye, and we have a very bloodshot eye. And that's because I was burning the candle at both ends. I really wanted to go to college. I loved my party days in high school, but I was becoming more serious with life. And the tears were, I believe, a deep, deep inner sadness that I didn't quite understand at the time. You know what it's like to be a teenager. I mean, you feel everything. But this is what intuitively set me up for where I am today. And I am so thrilled that my husband wanted to put this painting up here in the studio. It doesn't bother me that he has taken over. I don't care, because all I need is this right here. This is all I need. I can do my card readings here. Sometimes I do a video here. It depends on what I'm doing, okay? I have portfolios. Here's a few of them. I have portfolios full of artwork. I have pads of paper everywhere in this house. This is one of the very first soul auras that I did. And this woman lives in Canada. I framed it. I didn't send it to her. She said, just send me the picture. It was free because I wanted to get my name out there. So I kept the soul aura. It's very modern. It's very simple. That's my modern version of angel wings. I don't have anything else in here to show you. I'm getting ready for my daughter's baby shower, as you can see. As you can see, this is kind of like the catch-all room. I just wanted you to see that I love you guys. I thank you so much for supporting me. Gotta have faith, gotta have hope, gotta have love. Okay? I love you all. Take care. Be well, be blessed, be beautiful. Let me read you this before we go. My oldest daughter writes poems. I'll turn the angle here. It's called We Are Not Alone. We are never silent. We are the voices you hear when you don't want to listen to anyone else. We surround you during the day and whisper in your ears at night, hoping you'll hear us. You stand next to us in line for your morning coffee and sit beside us in your car, driving yourself here and there, faster and faster. We are there to catch you when you fall hopelessly into bed at night, grudgingly looking towards another day and praying the night will consume you. You don't notice us when we speak to you. You don't see us when we're around you, looking through us when we are right in front of you. But we are there, and we are not silent, because we are angels, and we will never let you go. My oldest daughter, Erin, is very, very talented at writing poetry. Don't you think she should write a book of poetry? I think so. And she also illustrates. Okay, friends, take care. I love you all. Be well, be blessed, be beautiful. Until next time. Mwah!